At some point, you guys were celebrating like you won the World Cup, which is okay. I mean, the only thing that you guys are winning right now at URC, it's like stealing lineouts. So,
A low bit.
Listen, I'm going to get your cell phone number after this, cuz. I'm going to get your cell phone number. I'll give you a call, okay?
Well, Robbie, it's been an interesting few weeks since we last spoke. But anyways, we're back.
So glad to be sending it with you. Round 6, we have got a massive interview lined up. Francke Horn, one of the standout players for the Lions, 8th man in the trams is something scary, like a serious player. I'm looking forward to having him on the podcast because we're going to chat all things Jukskei derby. It's big this weekend, Jimmers. I think it's about time we get into our chat with Francke Horn.
Well, man, let's get it.
Alrighty, Francke Horn, Lions 8th man, absolute legend, quality player, I must say. And I say this pretty much every week on the podcast. The Lions at midday are the best team to watch in the whole competition. Thank you so much for joining Jukskei derby this weekend, the big one against the Bulls. Tell me, why is it such a big fixture?
Yeah, I think obviously the first thing that comes to mind is bragging rights. Bragging rights for Gauteng. Bragging rights, which side of the Jukskei River is the best team in Gauteng. Obviously also playing them twice a year, so home and away. So 2 opportunities for that. And then also you have lots of mates on that side. And I think almost half of the Lions team lives in Pretoria. So if you go out on a Friday or Saturday night and you go and have a lekker jol with your friends, then you have something on them, you know. So I think it's on the lighter side, it's obvious it's banter between friends and stuff like that. But on the field, it's business. And you want to do well and make sure that not just in Gauteng you're the best team, but the best South African team out there.
If you can share, because I'm interested. I know there's quite a few characters at the Lions. What are maybe a moment in the change room that's cracked you up recently?
Yeah, so obviously we have quite a few characters in our team and a lot of stuff happens. But most recently, after beating the Ulster, I mean, obviously we didn't start the competition like we wanted to. And then after beating Ulster, not having lost a game yet in the season, our CEO just walked in and he said, "Boys, less meetings, more parties." And it's just basically saying, listen, let's do well weekends and then we can have fun. But when you're not having fun, then you have to obviously look at learnings and stuff like that. But for him, he's normally a guy that loves to speech and to give his opinion. So for him to come up with that and just giving a one sentence and he was done was quite unbelievable and funny within the team.
That's so quality. I love that. Tell me, if there's a talent show at the Lions, who's winning it and what do you reckon they perform in? What's their go-to? I'm sure you have maybe got a song in you, you know, like a little karaoke vibe.
I do love singing in the car and singing any song. But probably only with my wife because she can handle the falseness of it. But we've had a few kontikis and a few guys that had to dress up and, you know, dance and sing and stuff like that. But I must say, if you go with confidence, then you'll go with Reinhard Jonker with a nice rap. He'll probably do. I think I know Darren Landsberg, he sings quite well. I think he can probably win a competition or 2 within rugby teams. And then you have also a few good dancers between Asanati and those guys. So no, there's some talented boys. I'm unfortunately not so much part of that curriculum now.
Is Asanati breaking it down? Is he moving? Like he moves.
I know. Like he moves on the field. He has some nice moves, and the guys enjoyed doing some moves whenever they get the opportunity.
I would absolutely pay some serious money to watch that. That would be just to join your Kentucky would be amazing. But what are you singing? You say you're in the car. What's your sort of go-to karaoke song there?
I'm a big Afrikaans.
I love it.
Love Afrikaans. I feel it suits at every occasion. If you're at a bachelor's, if you're in the car, nice speaker on the golf course. As I'm a big golfer, so nice put a speaker in the golf cart. I'm a big Afrikaans fan. Love Spoegwolf.
Nice.
So they're actually also a boys' eye band. So yeah, the roots run deep.
Then long flights are a thing. Look, we got to travel to play some tours. Who's the guy you least want sitting next to you on a long flight?
Am I allowed only to say one person, or how does it work?
Absolutely, say one. Or you can no, you know what? Mention a four ball there, maybe. You know.
Okay, well, I'll start with Reinhard Notnagel. Because obviously he's a very long guy, so he's taking all your knee space up. So that's the first guy I don't want to sit next to. Then the second one is obviously our big boy Asanati, because he's taking your seat as well. He's a nice cushion to put your head on and to have a nap. And then I would probably say our coach Ricardo. When you sit next to him, you're chatting rugby for the whole 10 hours. So strong when you're sitting next to him. It's just attack before and attack after, and opportunities here and opportunities there. But that's probably a coach, eh? So I say it with a lot of respect. But 10 hours of just chatting rugby and you want to have a sleep can get long, yeah.
And then you rugby it out by the time you get there. No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Who takes the longest to get ready before match?
Yeah. Well, I want to say Jared Kearns with that new hairstyle of his, because I don't know how he get that dry and clean and stuff like that. But yeah, you probably look at some of the backs, Francke Horne, Henko van Wyk, maybe Renzo du Plessis. Always nice, clean shaved head, ready for all the photos and the action. So yeah.
Yeah. And the best or most chaotic post-match celebration you've been a part of with the Lions?
Yeah, so 2 years ago we played Connacht away, and we were at that time the first South African team that beat them away. And we had a red card, and yeah, so we had a comprehensive win. Yeah, and we went out the night in Galway, and I don't know if you know Galway, but it's an unbelievable place to go out. Live Irish music, nice pubs, and as the night goes longer, the better tunes just come up, better singers, better bands, and yeah, so that we had to go to, I think, Ospreys the week after that, but we had to leave in Galway like at 3:00 because we needed to be in Dublin at 6. So we just decided, listen, after that, when we're definitely taking it through. So yeah, literally half an hour before we had to get on the bus, everybody finished their last drink, ran to the hotel, packed. So from the pub to the bus in 30 minutes. But what a night. And I don't think a lot of people that was there will forget that night.
I want to bring up one more thing. You mentioned golf. If you could have a dream Lions 4-ball that goes into a night out in Galway, who you got? You going to keep the same 4, or you got to keep the same other guys? So you got 3. You're obviously part of the 4-ball. Who are you guys that you're picking?
Well, obviously it will be my closest friends. So it'll probably be PJ Botha, Reinhard Notnagel. And then there's going to be a fight between Etienne Oosthuizen, Francke Horne, Henko van Wyk. It's going to be difficult to pick it, but if you have to go with golf, then Etienne Oosthuizen is the only other guy that can play golf. So if my golf 4-ball has to stay, that goes out, then it will be Etienne, Reinhard, and PJ.
And I'm going to throw someone under the bus here, but the best and worst golfer at the Lions, quick fire.
Best, Reinhard Notnagel. So he actually shot 67 on Friday. So very good golfer. And then the worst, I think there's quite a few, so it's difficult to single out. And I haven't played with all of them. Let's go with Jared Kearns.
What's the biggest wind-up a Bulls players try to give you, and that you can remember? And then how did you get them back? / did you get them back? Because it's obviously quite a tough one.
Yeah, listen, I'm not the biggest fan in grabbing each other or, having a few words. But I think with me and David Kriel, we were at Western Province under 19, under 20. So we stayed together in the same house. So it's always nice to have that bit of friendly banter before the game and then be in each other's faces. And then afterwards, having a handshake, talking about a game, grabbing a beer. So I think that's the true sportsmanship and the ability you get by playing rugby. So yeah, this weekend is probably again me and him having a few chats with each other.
Come on,
but then enjoying the company afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to those hits. It's gonna be massive, and I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, it's gonna be special. Francke, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate your time and you coming on. And looking forward to what you send it on Saturday against the Bulls.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Robbie. We really appreciate it. Thanks for getting me on the show and that I can share some stories and to let the people know a bit more about the Lions on a personal and on outside the rugby level.
For sure. You guys are legends, and good luck Saturday. Looking forward to it.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Well, that was Francke Horn, Lions' eighth man. Great to hear from him. Great to hear his insights into the Lions camp, the Jukskei derby. Now we've got an awesome chat coming up. Mack again back on the show, as I said, friend of the show, and then the Mapanstula Rugby show. They coming on Lions versus the Bulls to preview this. It's going to be unreal. Let's hear from them. Righty, Jim, we have a massive weekend. URC returns, and there's one big game in Gauteng, the Trans-Jukskei derby. We're going to get you to pronounce it a little bit later, but for now, I'll let you sort of just admire the introduction I have and the men that I'm about to bring in here. I'm a Stormers boy, so I'm obviously coastal. I enjoy it down at the south. I've had a cold plunge this morning. I'm not sure that the guys up north know too much about that. But this weekend, Trans-Jukskei, Bulls versus Lions. It is going to be an absolute crack. I've been to one, and it's a good vibe and a good game. We had to bring in the big dogs for this one, Jim. We got Mack and the Mapanstula Rugby show. Mack, everything you want, Bulls wise, Bulls energy. It's all there. The Mapanstula Rugby show, all Lions enthusiasts. They bring the energy for the Lions, and it's good to have them here to sort of break down what this weekend's going to have in store. Guys, please, I ask you just to be kind to Jim.
I was waiting for it. I knew
it's been a long 48 hours for this young man from Ireland. But also, if you don't want to be kind, that's absolutely fine, because I'm not going to be. But guys, thanks.
They'll take your job, Robbie. They'll take your job, but you be careful now.
and welcome to send it. We're looking forward to your insights. What's the closest proximity derby that you guys have?
Oh, Leinster and Ulster, I'd say.
Because
Leinster and Ulster are like an hour away from each other.
Yeah, so this is a 45-minute drive, if I'm correct. Maybe you
45.
guys 45-minute drive just across the pond there. It's you could say that. So the closest proximity. So I think it's one of those ones where, look, this weekend, you guys can talk about it, but Lions something to prove. Pretty much with the full strength side, which is nice. Bulls will be a little bit depleted. Where do you guys see this one going? Maybe Mack, we can start with you before we get into some of the meat around the derby.
I mean, I think the Lions know very well when they come down to Pretoria, which is the Loftus territory. It's always a lose for them, man. Right. This is the Jukskei derby, boys. It's home ground advantage. We're taking it home, staying at home.
Your reply there. What's the Lions' perspective going to Loftus?
Nah, man, the Josie boys, yes, we're confident, man. We actually we're in the right part of Gauteng. So we're confident of taking this one. And as you said, we basically playing with our full strength team. And I think we're gonna take it in Pretoria.
Look, it's gonna be a big game.
I'm gonna ask you one favor. Just bring, one thing you can. I'll take off my hats off for the Lions. You guys have got like good looking fans there. Just bring them along.
Jim, maybe that's something we can add to the World Tour. Which stadium has the best looking fans?
Oh, Munster. I'm happily every day of the week a Munster fan when it comes to their,
to the ladies. Nah, but I think we're coming to Pretoria to take everything, man. We'll keep our goals, but we're coming to Pretoria to bring some pain. So
we're looking forward to it. We speak of pain, and you're going to bring pain. What's the most painful sort of Jukskei derby moment or memory for you guys that you haven't forgotten? Something that's really stood out to you?
I could go, Mack. You probably remember this one. November, just before he left, we played you guys down there in PTA. Hendrick's last minute kick just over the halfway line. That was a hectic game, man. Yes, that was if I ever thought in Pretoria. And I've been there see, just to give you background, I played a bit of amateur rugby for Gauteng. So you don't go to Pretoria and win every day. So when you do it, it's flipping special.
Look, I I was also actually gonna mention that one. I think it was very painful. I mean, standing over there thinking that I remember even the Bulls fan was like, "Woo!" Like you
Yeah.
guys gonna miss the moment right there. But I take off. I literally give it to you. I mean, at some point, you guys were celebrating like you won the World Cup, which is okay. I mean, the only thing that you guys are winning right now at URC, it's like stealing lineouts. So
Yeah. Hey,
A low bit
listen, I'm gonna get your cell phone number after this, cuz I'm gonna get your cell phone number. I'll give you a call. Okay.
Get his house address as well, and I don't think it's going to be to organize a pie.
Oh, by the way, you need to pull in. It's going to be an exciting one this weekend because we are doing the whole braai, right? I mean, it's going to be
Yeah.
it's a big one. It's
That's me.
Bulls,
No,
braai, Bulls.
That's the one thing I'm interested in now. Bry as well, or Bry, whatever you call it.
Yeah, we're going the
That's
old
really-
school Jukskei derby, dude. We went the old school Jukskei derby where the braai stands were alive.
And
Yeah.
lads, I'll pit the next thing to you. If there was one player that you'd steal from each other's team, who would it be and why?
Okay. Ruan Nokia. He's proven now for I know I'm hoping that the Boks don't come back for this one. But Ruan Nokia is a machine rugby player, man. He does all the things that no one else sees. He hits the rucks. He's brilliant in the lineouts. See, there's a guy that, and if you think about it, he's been a quiet assassin for years. I think that's why they made him even the captain there. So yeah.
I'm gonna nail your team a bit hard. So I'm gonna put your players on one side and say you can keep them because we don't need that much stress. I'm gonna go with Mornay Steyn. I'm gonna nail on your coaches. I'm gonna say let's
Ooh.
one Mornay Steyn
Great
back
shout.
to block this verse out. I mean, he's a South African legend, but we all know he's also a Vodacom Bulls legend. So I'm gonna hit your team hard with your coaches and say you guys should lose Mornay Steyn.
Yeah,
That's
Mac, but you want to talk. Half of your team is from the line. Harold Forster, Johan Ackerman.
Yeah,
You're
but
probably
who's
gonna
got the
start playing like
paper,
us now.
homie? Who's got the
You're probably gonna
paper?
start playing.
Who's got the gameplay? Who's got the paper? Who's got the hands? Who's got everything that's good in URC? Bulls or nothing.
who's had the biggest choke moments? Lions sort of stands out. But yeah, who's had the biggest choke moments in this derby's history?
I have to admit, man, we've done ourselves no favors in the past, but change. I believe in change.
I like
Nah,
that.
it's the Lions. Like I said, it's happening again this weekend. They're gonna choke again, so there's no doubt about that. I mean, we prepared you already. And we've got a young surprise that's also coming in. If you look at our current team right now, I think Johan Ackerman coach is doing an amazing job, uniting the boys together to play as one family. So there are a couple of hidden strategies that even the Stormers themselves they won't see it coming. So so we're gonna start off with
That's a call now. Obviously, this is a bit touchy for me at this moment in time, as I'm not on the best terms with South Africans as a whole. But whose fans complain more out of the two of you after a loss now?
I would say the Lions fans. I would say the Lions fans.
What?
I mean, yeah, you guys complain like there's prize money on the table.
You guys have been crying for years, man. How many
Well,
UFC tournaments you've been having?
They always say the Vodacom Bulls fans, they only complain about the ref. Facts, But hey, Lions fans, worst, bro. You guys complain.
South Africans would never complain about a referee, or like ever go online and go over the top,
Jim, I saw there were quite a few tweets from yourself. Just
No.
mentioning...
I don't even have Twitter.
yeah,
You said it this weekend.
yeah.
In your head.
I'm actually not here for this.
But who do you think this season in the first little bit, or I guess in general, play the most exciting brand of rugby? Like the style wise, like for me, I say the Lions at home at a midday kickoff is some of the most exciting rugby to watch. The Bulls traditionally not that exciting. Mac, sorry about that, but yeah, which teams do you reckon have, I guess, the most exciting style of play?
I mean, I'm gonna give it to the Lions. Your guys' backline is beast mode. The Stormers, definitely, you guys are showing us that unity is one thing, but it's you. But when it comes to the Vodacom Bulls, I think, guys, it's like a blockbuster movie, big hits, big tries, and big vibes all the way.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I
Can we
think
put that on a
it's-
T-shirt?
Yeah, let's go. But yeah, I mean, for me, those are the top three. The Sharks, I'm not even going to call them odds.
Yeah, nah.
You've been kind
No
of
worries.
disappointing this year, man. Oh,
Yeah.
I think with Lions Rugby at 12 o'clock, yeah, see, there's nothing better than the real fans. The real Lions fans from your Pan, your Bright Pan, and Lower Alberton and stuff like that. They come out there, and there's nothing better when they're running riot in Joburg and the concrete jam there.
And lads, now you do have your chance to be biased. Who's a player in your team that people don't talk about enough?
Nico Stein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hands down, and the Lions are just gifted with scrum offs. I won't even tell you about the juniors that we have, and we still got Rugby with the box. So, but Nico Stein is a terrific scrum off. It's just that he's sitting behind that box. So
I'm thinking from our side, I'm going to give it up for Stravino Jacobs. I mean, Stravino, his game is on another level, and he's always showing dedication. I mean, the boy smashed the rocks. I mean, he makes his tackles. We all know him. I mean, his name it changes every season. But every team, needs that unsung hero who plays like, the Wi-Fi depends on it. I should give it to Cameron Hanacomb, but Stravino Jacobs.
Yeah.
Finally, to end you off, who is going to win the Jukskei derby this season? Did I pronounce that right? Jukskei?
Jukskei. Yeah,
There we
Jukskei.
go.
That's
Nailed.
not bad. That's
Nailed.
not bad.
That's pretty good.
Come here for a brandy and coke, bro.
And a bra.
Well, final takes, lads. Predictions for the game.
it'll be close, but we're gonna take this one, man. We're gonna punish these guys. I think we've been suffering for a while, and he knows a Joburg boy, a PTA boy, who's gonna come up trumps, man. It's always the Josie
Yo.
boys.
I'm loving the confidence. I'm loving the confidence. It's gonna be another painful one for the Lions. Please don't go back home after the lose. Please stay behind. We do have an after party, and then we're gonna enjoy watching the box together. So I'm just saying, Vodacom Bulls all the way, none other. And by the way, to the Stormers, since you guys are seeing also you guys very soon, I still have your cone at home. After your last loss. So I had to bring that in. But yeah, Vodacom Bulls all the way. Good luck to the Lions, and you know what? May the best team win.
Robbie Razor.
Jimmers, I like that. Robbie Razor. Sort of flows off the tongue nicely.
I know. And I'm just hyped after listening to two lads. Them boys know their stuff, and they're just passionate about rugby, you know?
But let's look back to Ascended moment. Obviously, it's Ascended podcast, so we've got to have Ascended moment. Have you got one that stands out for you for this weekend?
Well, obviously, it was a bit of a tough weekend, so we're going to maybe scraping the bottom of the barrel at times. I could be saying a Sam Prendergast spiral kick or something like that. There was none of that this week. I am going to hone in on Jack Crowley. At one stage, I think James Lowe kicked the ball up the wing. It was blocked down by Chesn Colby. And somehow Jack Crowley outpaces, I think it was Damon Diolande and Chesn Colby, to then take past 2 or 3 defenders on his own goal line. Just one of the best pieces of defense you'll ever see.
Mine is the start of that game, Damien Willemse, and we've seen it time and time again. One of the best finishers in the world, in the corner, Superman dive to finish, and he just dots down 5 points. What a start for the box. That's got to be, look, that's my Ascended moment. Ascended back moment?
I have a few. Can I send back to before the scrum? Can I send back? I know. I'd like to send back a few things, if I'm being honest. Can I send back Razzie Erasmus? I'm personally not a big fan of him at this moment in time.
You guys already did. You guys already did.
Man, he's just there in the post-match interview having a beer. Like, how cool is that?
Rusty, sort of thanking the South African fans. That's also part of the Ascended moment.
So where his box is sat, right? He was like, yeah, I see when it's South African fans. In front of him is the literal president of Ireland, sits in front of him. So it wasn't Bach fans that he was thanking. He was giving stick to probably Irish fans that turn around to give him the England.
My Ascended back moment was, and they did so well, they almost got Ascended moment. Argentina versus England. Trailing at halftime once again, come back. I mean, Santi Carreras is an absolute magician.
Insane.
They have a line out to win it. To come back, line out on the 5, and they just fumble. can you give me an underrated fixture that you're looking forward to this weekend? Like I've got one in mind, but I kind of want to hear yours.
I think, which has gone severely under our radar as well so far in this episode, Connacht versus the Sharks. Two teams that
Strong.
probably have some of the worst like records, and they're so unpredictable at times.
Yeah.
Coming up against you in the sports ground in Galway, one of the toughest places to go on a Saturday evening.
I wonder maybe there's a small sort of forfeit we can come up with. Let's pick a team. I mean, I'll pick Sharks because I got to back the South Africans. They're going to come off a break. It's a big game, big players, big game players. So I'll pick the Sharks. Yeah. And you, what are you going to pick, Sharks or Connacht?
I think it's hard to look past Connacht in Galway. Is like, oh man, there's just a gale force. We have the sea behind you. There's just a gale force wind that comes down the pitch. Like it's the worst place on the planet to play.
Okay, so I pick Sharks. Maybe we do a little forfeit. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. What are we thinking? None of these forfeits have gone my way. I literally haven't won one of them. By the way.
Well, you get in the mullet. Look, I think. Oh, okay. I can't stop myself now, can I? I've already said it. I'm gonna have to get a mullet if Connacht win.
Okay. And
then I can join you.
What can I do? So if the Sharks win,
maybe we let the comments decide.
We leave the comments aside. Comments are always good for absolutely. So the top right comments is what I have to do, and you'll join me with mullet. So I'll have a mullet next week, regardless. All right.
Yeah.
We know this.
Then I can join you, but then I think the people can decide what Jim Flanagan has to do.
And then people will just be slating us like, how are these two boys on TV? They have the worst haircuts we've ever seen.
yeah. Content's content, yeah.
Hey, that's what we do it for, man. That's what we do it for.
Exactly. Well, I think that's us, Jim. Let's give the people a break from my voice and your voice. And we're going to say goodbye because, it's been good fun. And we need to let the rugby and the action on the field now do all the talking. We out.
We'll do the right things. We'll keep on sending it. We'll enjoy our beers and bevs, and whatnot. So, Robbie, it's been a pleasure as always, man.
Cheers, Jimmers.
This is a joke. End the episode.